Hispanic family. They're cousins and whatever, blah, blah. And this is how I got to know this. It was a Chicago police officer who was a sergeant who retired. So he's got a pension coming in, right? He also was like an alderman, financial coming in as an alderman, was running for Cook County Sheriff. Well, it's a shell game. So he knew he wasn't going to win for Cook County Sheriff because the incumbent was going to wind up beating him because he's not going to get the support of the Democrat Party from that. But he still can campaign and get donations. As long as you're writing off those donations and allocating them in the proper place, paying for your office, paying for your phone bill, paying for this, that's what you live off of.
Yeah.
And then you go and you campaign for your nephew, who was a former Cook County Sheriff Correction Officer, who got fired for gang contact, who got political clout and was put in a Park District Chief's officer's position, but was fired for DUI, and then ran for Midlothian's mayor's office, and still all those times keeps getting money. The point is I didn't know that career politicians, all they do, even if they don't get elected, they run for office and they keep getting donations, like Beto O'Rourke. How much money do you think is in his campaign fund? All it is, and all you have to do, and I never, this was the mistake I made. It was Dominick Izzo for sheriff 2018. That was my campaign. Nope. It should have been the people for Dominick Izzo, no specific candidate, no specific year, and I could have kept that thing open, and as long as I filed every quarter, didn't matter who donated, I could take funds. And I never knew that was a lawful thing to do. It's a fucking scam.
Totally. And here's the other thing. I ran the same year you did, 2018. And had I, which I didn't win, right? But the position was for 4 years. Well, that whole time I could have kept it open, like you're saying, campaigned, and then rerun.
And got a salary while you were working.
Dude, yeah. And then I could have rerun after 4 years using the same FPPC number that the government gave me to just pick up the funds. If I kept if I kept reporting my earnings, if I kept track of all the donations I was receiving and how those funds were being used, I could just have kept that going.
The
and
bigger
just keep
scam.
running and running and running and running.
We talked about this once. I think I was like 26 cents off in my filings, right? So like I closed out my quarter and then that was done. And then 4 months later, you know, again, another quarter was supposed to be closed, but I was done. Everything was done. 4 months after that, I get a letter from the Illinois State Board of Elections saying, you didn't file last quarter. And I looked, I said, I got nothing in there. Like, shit, like 26 cents or something. I got a $5,000 fine. But here's the deal. And I talked to 4 different people. They go, no, don't worry about it. The $5,000 fine is waived as long as you don't run for office within the next 4 years.
Well, that's a scam too.
Sure,
that's a really good way to keep you out of running again.
But if I ran,
keep up on your treasury.
But if I ran, all I have to do is raise donations and pay for that fine out of my $5,000.
Which is a complete waste of the donations. Like, people aren't giving you money to pay off a debt, you know.
Well,